evening, everybody, and welcome back to Get in the Trunk. I cannot believe that we are 7 episodes into this season. It is flying by, and it has been, as of late, action-packed. From an adventure, which really early on, if you look back at season 4, is very like creepy, slow, surreal building of tension and weirdness. I'm not saying it's, at the climax by any stretch. However, we've just happened to have...
finale?
No, this is not.
This is the finale?
Last episode of the season? Oh my God.
Wow.
really sneaks up on you, doesn't it?
Wow.
It is just wild, and I'm having a great time with how much the tone can shift and how these last couple episodes have been like an action movie. I mean, it's been really fun, and all because of choices you guys made, which are fantastic, and it's been really, really fun to play. And it got me thinking about this sort of changeover, and, is that change in tone for this game or for Delta Green better? Is it worse, right? Like, is Delta Green meant to be quiet and plotting and horror? Is it meant to be car chases in Boston? I don't really know. I think it can be, whatever we want it to be, and we're having a good time doing a little bit of everything. But I was thinking about that argument between movies. When you talk with friends about movies, about like what makes a good movie or what your favorite movies are, they vary wildly in genre and stuff like that. But sometimes these kind of movies that I want to mention right now don't really get mentioned that often in people's best of ever. But I'd like to narrow it only to these. I'm curious what your favorite of all time summer blockbuster is. Like big action, huge money, huge budget movie of all time. Curious what you would say here. I'm not interested in your weird foreign indie shit. Nothing with subtitles is allowed.
I got one.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't know John Cassavetes directed a big summer blockbuster.
I think Killing of the Chinese Bookie was released in August.
What month was that released?
Killing of the Chinese Bookie.
Well, honestly,
was that June?
I don't know if it's my favorite, but when I think of summer blockbusters, I think of the one that was like monumental for my childhood, teenage years, and that was the first Michael Keaton Batman. When that came out, I mean,
that was in my top 3 when it came to the question. Yes.
My life revolved around it. I had trading cards. I was reading the novel version, looking
Summer
for the
of '89.
swears. Yeah,
solid. That was a huge summer. That was a huge summer.
Nicholson is the Joker. I mean, I think so. 89, I would have been 11, 11, and that was a PG-13 movie. But my parents were like, "All right, you can see that one," and that was a big deal because there was some cursing and no nudity. But damn, that movie fucking slapped.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
and Prince did the soundtrack. I mean,
and huge names in it, right? Like big names. It was it really checked a lot of the boxes of the summer blockbuster.
I remember being a kid and looking at it, the thing was just like, oh my God, Robert Wall is in this?
What about you, Sid? Are you going are you going 80s? Are you going earlier, later?
No, I kind of have one that's from my younger childhood as well. And I checked to see if it did come out in the summer because I felt like it did. And this might be a weird hot take. I don't know if you would count this as like a blockbuster, but to me, it was a really big deal when the first Scary Movie came out. The parody horror comedy film series that turned into a long
budget blockbuster.
Yeah. I mean, it was like all blockbusters.
It was a high grossing movie.
It was a high grossing movie. It did come out in July, I think 2000 or 2001. I was the perfect age to see it, meaning that I was too young to have been seeing it when it came out, but I went and saw it anyway. And I don't know, I really fell in love with the comedy horror genre, and Anna Faris was in it, and I discovered Anna Faris as an amazing comedian and actor. So then I stayed with all the Scary Movies that came out that she was in, and I was like, I wish I could be that role. I want to be a stupid damsel in distress in a horror comedy film that's bad. The Wayans brothers were in it. Like it was classic comedy for the 2000s.
David Cross is in it.
David Cross is in it. Yes. Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot about him.
I mean, it was a fantastic movie. Yeah. Unfortunately, it does not fit the assignments. We're talking about big
you could answer that budget. Ask that question to 3,000 other people. No one would ever say it.
Come back to me. Let me think.
You take your time. Francis already had a list of 3, of which Batman was one. So
immediately off. And like most of them came out in the 88, 89 summers because those were huge summers. And
big summers.
Like 89 had like 3 off the top that I didn't even like think about, but like Back to the Future 2, Batman, Lethal Weapon 2,
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That was huge.
Those are all 89.
Summer.
I had this idea for a podcast that just talked about all the movies of 1989 and how monumental that was. I'm not kidding.
There's actually a book out there. Matthew and I have talked about this. What I think is the greatest year of movies, which happens to be a decade later, 1999, and somebody wrote a book about the movies of 1999.
I would say
and
that's
how they are,
true.
It's the best year of movies of all time.
There's touchstone movies in that year too. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but 99, and I mean that's a whole other type of thing though. I feel like the 89 ones were very much in the blockbuster. It was probably
a lot of these 99 ones are not in the blockbuster realm.
They were probably more like on the edges, but like became like cults. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Don't get me started on movies.
I love it. We got to do more movie intros because Francis is chomping at the bit.
That's Francis's wheelhouse.
Like how long is this app? Can we go on? No, if I got to pick one, 80, I'm going to say 88 Die Hard. Die Hard. That shit blew my mind.
Well,
and
it's
it
not
was
a summer blockbuster, right?
It was.
But
it was.
Yeah.
Die Hard came out in the summer? I thought it was a Christmas
summer
movie.
88.
It's not a Christmas movie.
It's not
a Shane Black scripted movie, so it's set during Christmas.
It's set during Christmas.
It came out in the summer.
I always assumed it came out around Christmas time.
I mean, it was
yet another reason why it's not a Christmas. Came out in fucking July.
I know, it came out in July. But it was, I remember that just much like Troy was talking about with Batman, after it came out, I was like, oh my God, Bruce Willis. Because all I'd known of Bruce Willis was moonlighting at that point. And I was like, dude, he's also the coolest guy you've ever met in the world. Like, who could do action and like make it exciting and friggin' Alan Rickman. Like, I didn't really identify or like think about actors in like the villain role until like Alan Rickman happened. And I'm like, dude, he's the best fucking villain I've ever seen in any kind of action movie.
Yes, he was awesome.
He's so great.
He was awesome.
So yeah, I'll put that as my top. If I gotta go, I gotta answer one.
That's great. Well, no, you can answer more, but let's have Skid do one.
Yeah, okay.
Skid do one.
I have a two-sided answer. I have a successful summer blockbuster and an unsuccessful summer blockbuster that I love. Ooh. Successful summer blockbuster for me would have to be Beverly Hills Cop, the original.
Yeah.
Oh,
Talk about it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Still great, highest grossing R-rated comedy ever.
Mm-hmm.
It is still to this day, like it holds up so well. Just the energy of like the young Eddie Murphy coming into that script as the fish out of water kind of thing. The chemistry he has like with the other like sort of leads and everything is so great. And he's like, I just love the character so much because he's a really good cop. He's like a really talented cop who is just naturally just sort of rebellious and rubs people the wrong way. It's like the old story, but he just plays it so well. It's so funny. And the new one fucking sucks. I don't care what the fucking reviews say. The reviews all love it. I couldn't believe how bad it was, and people are fucking like this movie. It's
disappointing.
I think it's awful.
It's really sad. It's really
sucks.
Sad. I mean, it's just not. It might as well have been a whole other movie. Like it might have just like.
I wish it were. Then I wouldn't have been tempted to watch it.
Maxwell Foley
and save 2 hours.
Make it another. Yeah, it would have.
He's too old to be a cop. Like everyone in that movie is too old to do police work. They should all be on their pensions. Like none of this makes any sense.
It didn't make any sense.
Apart from the fact that it's not funny. So movie, the blockbuster that was a huge failure that I, to this day, love. Speaking of Bruce Willis, is Hudson Hawk.
Oh my God. I would have put that. Oh
I've never seen that.
I've never seen Hawk, dude. It's amazing.
Such a classic.
It's so great.
It's such a classic.
Oh God, I gotta go rewatch that now that you mentioned that. Holy shit.
I think it was so opposite of what people expected with Bruce Willis and everything. Like people expected something like Die Hard, and it really is a wacky, goofy comedy.
Oh, it's so great.
And I think it was just like mismarketed so badly. That was a big problem, but it is so funny. It is
it was ahead of its time. Bruce Willis was so funny, and he'd already had the Die Hard fame at that point, but he's just you know what would be funny if I took that and just fucking fuck with you with it. Yeah, it's so great.
It was the first project he did when someone handed him the keys. It's just you can do what you want now. you did Die Hard. It's here you go, do whatever you want. Go. And he did Hudson Hawk.
So great.
Yeah,
God, I gotta go rewatch that now. You gotta be excited.
Yep.
I'm going to do a 2-part answer as well. I held myself to the following criteria for this.
Criterion movies are not summer blockbusters.
No, they're not. I was going to, in my head, I was thinking 90s or later, and that way I didn't have to deal with Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, Aliens, all these movies I love. And I wanted to do something that was standalone, just like a movie. And I just wanted big budget and big action. And there's two sides. One is a movie I just adored and watched a million times and still adore, and one that's just such a guilty pleasure. And I love it! So the first one is Jurassic Park. When that came out, that was life-changing for me as a 13-year-old. And I watched it over and over and over and over. I loved it so much. And then my guilty pleasure, which I have no excuse for being young, and I still will watch it to this day, is Armageddon. I love Armageddon. It is so much fun and
great.
Filled with studs. So many great character actors in that movie playing these little parts. Oh, I love it. And it is the quintessential summer blockbuster. Whether it's quality or not. Sydney, now that you know it's got to be a bad movie, your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I just also want to say, I Googled, is Scary Movie a blockbuster? It made so much money.
It made a ton of money.
You had to spend a ton of money. I didn't say successful movies.
It had to be expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know if this one counts either, but I think it does. And I wasn't alive.
Have you ever seen a big movie?
Is blockbuster a new word for you?
I wasn't alive when this movie came out, but it still meant a lot to me in my childhood. And by that, I mean, I watched it when I was too young, and I was absolutely terrified for a very long time of the ocean. And that movie is Jaws.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
the ultimate summer
blockbuster.
It's not an original blockbuster. Yeah, it's not an original answer, but I think there's something to be said that, I was born in the 90s. That was a 1975, I think. And
God.
Even when I watched it as an 8-year-old, far too young to be watching that film. And my parents were like, here you go.
It's a great answer.
It was so impactful, though, on me.
So before Jaws came out, the summer was not known for, this is when big movies come out. Jaws
did that.
It created the idea of the summer blockbuster because everyone was talking about it and started rushing to the theater. And then people were like, wait a minute. What if we do this all the time? And then every studios competing with each other.
I assume, though, if the movie was about, a creature that lived in, it was like The Thing, and it lived in the ice, and they released it in the winter, it might have had a similar effect. The fact that it was a movie about the beach and sharks, I think they purposefully released it in the summer.
You clearly misunderstood the
friendship.
The movie's about 3 men on a boat, Sydney. It's not about a shark.
3 men getting drunk on a boat.
Shark is ancillary.
3 men go out, none come back.
3 men go out.
It's about 3 men getting drunk on a boat with explosives.
It's about 3 men discovering their friendship for one another and camaraderie when they're scared.
Through the medium of shark.
And a reminder.
Through the medium of shark.
And
a sobering reminder that alcoholics make the best actors.
Kill the women in the first
It's true. That's a fact.
Is anyone still alive from that movie?
Dreyfuss is still kicking. He's got some weird new thoughts, but he's still kicking.
Dead to me, but other than that.
It's the mustache. He lost the mustache and things went downhill.
Lost his soul.
So true.
So
did Roy Scheider die?
I think Roy Schneider died, yeah.
Yeah. I think he did.
And I still don't believe that he improvised "We Need a Bigger Boat." I think that's just like urban legend.
Apocryphal, is that the word?
Yeah, apocryphal.
Yeah.
He did die. Roy Scheider did die.
He was killed by Richard Dreyfuss.
In 2008. He was killed by...
So weird.
He died in 2008 at 75. So he was an old dog.
He hung in there, and he made it through the 80s.
Older than I expected.
Too. Wow.
Wow.
Made it through 70s Hollywood to 75. That's pretty impressive.
And I really connected to him as a performer in what was it? Sequest? No. What was he in?
Yeah,
was he
Sequest.
Sequest, yeah. So that's what I first kind of knew him from. And then I didn't watch Jaws until I was, 12 or 13 or something like that. And I was like, oh, that's the guy from Sequest.
He's great in Marathon Man. I was just watching Marathon Man again the other day. He's phenomenal in that.
Did he get nominated for an Oscar for Fosse too, I think, right?
Oh, yeah. All That Jazz.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
All That Jazz and Sorcerer are
All That Jazz,
great. Roy Scheider.
Yeah.
Roy Scheider.
Wow. Well, let's continue a story of three men and a lady trying to...
I'll be Steve Guttenberg.
Another summer blockbuster.
By the way,
somebody took Gutenberg.
Goots is a must follow on Instagram. He's a very positive guy.
The Goots.
I love the Goots. I'm totally going to follow the Goots.
Yeah, he's very nice.
Sure he is.
Well, our intro here ran long. I had no idea Francis would be so passionate about this. We got to get back to the movie convos. This is going to be great. But that means I got to cut the recap short. Short version of the recap. Bobby, Francis's character, gets horribly injured in the night world. As he is pulled free of it, Vicky, Sydney's character, calls 911, and in the real world, he starts dying. They take him to the hospital, they get him back and stable, but he is in a coma, and the team decides to break him out of the hospital because all of them, they find out from a news report earlier in this day, at least when our last episode was that they are on the run, word on the street is that they are escaped mental patients and that they need to be brought back and that they are armed and dangerous. So they know they've got cops after them, at least state troopers and at least Boston police. If more, we don't really know yet. This is all kind of happening very, very quickly. Roger says we got to get Bobby and get out of town. And last episode, we had a bit of a car chase as you tried to get out of there and lose some cops that were on your tail. You lost them. You pulled into the parking lot of a supermarket, ditched the current car you were in, grabbed a new car, stole it from an old lady, and hit the road. And that's where we open today. Now, I've gone back and forth a lot about this in my mind, and I kind of feel like, I'll kick it to you guys. So you have two options immediately in front of you that we don't necessarily have to play out, but you can just talk it out as players real quick. You can get out of Massachusetts as soon as possible, or you can take the fastest road to New York, which would lead you through Massachusetts, like through Western Massachusetts. So do you want to go south out of Boston and go to Rhode Island as soon as possible? Or do you want to head west out of Boston and go across Massachusetts down into Connecticut as you presumably head back toward New York? Just talk it out. Let me know which one you want to do, and we'll pick up the story from there.
Before we decide, I just want to point out that Mystic, Connecticut has an amazing whaling museum. So if we want to stop by there,
we're definitely making a stop.
It's much longer to go through Rhode Island.
It's the longer way to New York.
It's much faster to go through Western Mass to New York, but...
We'll take the Pike to 84, and then we got to get off 84 and hop onto the Merritt.
Well, just wait a second. I don't want to go through Sturbridge. I'm not going to Western Mass. I think
we're going through Sturbridge.
I don't think we should go.
We could stop at that brewery
for all our non-eastern corridor, northeastern corridor listeners. They're like, what?
If we go through Western Mass, we could pop into the Mass Mocha. It's one of my favorite museums. And maybe they have a Terrell there right
I don't know
now.
if we have time for two museums.
One museum.
You guys got one museum.
And
last
we're
time they
going
had
to Mystic.
Laurie Anderson. I think they might have something really cool at the Mass Mocha. I don't know. Spitballing. Here's my thought, though, for real. Joe, with Vicky's knowledge through the FBI or through through the, well, I guess she is an agent. She is a federal agent, but would it
through the post office?
Through the post office
is what I was, through the mail.
agent.
Let's just say what you are. You're a postal inspector. Say that every time. Stop saying federal agent.
I am a federal.
They are federal
You
agents.
are a federal agent, but the way you say it, you're implying that you are an FBI agent.
They don't know that.
You're a mailman. You're a mailman with a gun.
Oh, no.
all it
Anyway.
is.
I think
All right.
my buddy Rob's listening.
I will
to
say this, though.
Sorry, Rob.
You are a law enforcement officer, and you do have the right to arrest people legally, which
Yeah.
is that
100%.
separates you from everybody else in this party, including Bobby. A CIA agent cannot
Yeah.
arrest an American on the
I'm
street.
not shanking. I'm not sanctioned at all.
I'm not
No.
shanking.
I'm not shanking.
You're not in prison
shanked.
yet, Bobby.
I'm not
Ease
shanking
down.
anybody. I'm
Here's
also
my
not
question,
sanctioned.
though. With my knowledge of being a federal agent, I feel like it would behoove us to immediately cross a state line and get out of Massachusetts, because the Boston PD can contact, Western Mass PD and set up roadblocks and try to, I don't know how big this is going to get, but I'm like, if we get into Rhode Island, it'll be much more bureaucratic red tape for them to try to
Yeah, they can't just chase us across the border. They got to get
Exactly.
local cops.
Agreed.
Yeah. And
So-
there's no extradition treaty between Rhode Island and Massachusetts, so you'd be safe.
Yeah.
What is
Totally different laws,
what is everybody's law score?
Mass also has the RMV, right? Aren't they like their own separate thing? They're like their own. They're like DC in that sense.
Does anyone have anything in law?
I shockingly have a 0 in law.
I have
I also
50.
have a 0.
50.
Yeah.
I have 50.
0. I thought I had
Oh.
something. I have 0.
Lawyer up.
Oh.
50 in
Because
law is fantastic. You don't even have to
federal
roll it. 50 in law is enough for you to know that your instincts are correct, that if this APB was put out to the Massachusetts State Police, that would be statewide, and they would be much more you'd be much more hounded within the state. However, your law also tells you if you got out of the state as soon as possible, the moment you crossed that state line, it would be a federal crime that you stole a car and crossed the state line. So you would not be dealing with local police at that point. You would be dealing with the FBI. You would have broken a federal law. Carries up to 10 years in prison. So these are what's going through Vicky's head, and you just have to make a call. It's A or B, and there is no right or wrong answer. There are two bad choices, but one, you might get caught immediately. The other one is a heavier penalty, but you might not get caught. So that's the decision you got to make.
What if we drove up to the state line and ditched the car and then
Walked across, stole another car.
walked
We get 2
across.
state crimes and no federal crimes.
Exactly. There you go.
I mean,
Francis, shut up.
I told that old lady to blame the government when someone said they stole the government. We got time. They're going to be like, oh, poor thing.
I wish we took the train.
Let's go to Rhode Island, I guess. We'll just, that's faster. Let's get into
get
Rhode
out of the
Island.
state. Yep.
Fucking
Yeah.
We could
worst
ditch
state
the car
in
and
the
like take a
union.
train.
Yeah, we could ditch the car like anywhere, like near the border.
Yeah, any like train station.
Yeah.
Then we,
Yeah, I mean, they probably have cops at train stations if they think we're trying to leave,
But you think from your law
Yeah.
that it's unlikely that they will have cops looking for you at a Rhode Island train station right now.
Let's drive.
It takes a lot of bureaucracy to get that kind of information to a precinct, let alone a state police of another state. So
Yeah, so
All right.
maybe we don't even go straight to Grand Central. Like we get off a station away because they might have people waiting at Grand Central. And
get off in the Bronx.
Yeah, get off in the Bronx and then
all right,
take
hold
a
on. You're
cab.
jumping ahead now.
Yeah,
now you're
wait.
jumping ahead.
You're talking about
Is
New
the
York.
plan to go to Providence and get an Amtrak train?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
Let's open there.
Okay.
I have lots of guns.
Vicky's driving, smoking.
Vicky's driving?
I've been driving. I'm
Yeah,
an
she
amazing
got us
driver.
out of
That's
that.
right, and
She
you
got
just
us
the
out of
best
that.
driver.
Yeah.
I'm the
Oh yeah,
best
she
driver.
shot.
You
Dude,
got
Oh.
shot, dude.
Fuck.
Yeah, she got shot.
Forgot I got shot.
Because the adrenaline wore off. The adrenaline just wore
These
off.
cigarettes were tiding me over. Now it fucking hurts again.
Oh.
All right. Let's open on the car, pulling into a parking lot or a side street, whatever. You want to try to ditch this car as soon as possible. Near a the Amtrak train station in Providence, of which the name I forget currently. That station.
I think I'm still wearing like a hospital gown, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
I got to get some clothes, and I'm sure Vicky's got a bullet hole in her clothing at this point too.
Yeah.
Or at least blood.
Not really interested in nickeling diming you on every minute, but I do want you can talk out of character, just like give me the plan. Like, how are you going to get Bobby clothes, and how are you and you want to take the train. So
yeah.
There's got to be a Goodwill somewhere near Providence, I'd say.
There's literally the Providence Place shopping mall.
There you go.
Right down the street from the Providence Amtrak station. So
Neil.
I think we need to send somebody in
Neil,
who's
you
not
got cash?
bleeding.
Neil, you got cash?
We cannot send Neil. No, we can't send Neil into the store to get us
I have
clothes.
tons of cash and drugs.
There you go. There you go.
I'll go.
No.
I'll go. I'm not covered in blood. And I just look like a handsome traveler from another time.
Okay. Just
All right.
such a pain in the ass.
get some bandages so I can wrap this up until I can get to a hospital in New York. Get clothes for Bobby and get Neil like a smoothie or something to keep him busy.
Yes.
How many stores do you want me to go to?
4. I said 4 fucking things, Roger. It's not that fucking hard.
At the smoothies at the same place I get Band-Aids.
Go to Target.
Go to a Target. Thank you, Bobby.
We could go to a Target.
Go to Target.
Go to Target.
What do I have to get again? I wasn't listening.
Give me pants. Get a shirt.
Shirt.
All right,
And
we'll
maybe
see
some shoes.
We'll see the car pull into a
Shoes.
Target parking lot, and Roger gets out, walks in. Vicky, you know what? I don't remember honestly from the last episode. It's a small detail, but a major one. Did the bullet go through you?
It's stuck in me. It's lodged in my collarbone. It broke my collarbone.
And it's lodged in there.
Neil patched me up in the back, but it's like I need to get the bullet out.
So yeah, Neil, you would know that she needs medical attention very soon, like within hours, or she could develop a really bad infection.
Need hospital now or die.
What?
Does it have to be a hospital? Can we find
Neil could do it. Neil could do it, but without anesthesia, it'd be extremely painful.
Me need hospital. Me can do.
Okay.
Well, Neil, I don't know if we can take you to a hospital to perform a surgery on me. I don't think they let you do. Ow.
Me need veterinarian. You not dog. But me doctor.
I'm confused, Neil. You want to do it? You want to do it?
Me do.
At a veterinarian hospital? You could do it at a veterinarian hospital?
Veterinarian.
Okay.
I think he just needs like a scalpel. Like, can Roger just get a knife or something and stitches?
Or can we break into like a veterinary hospital?
No, Roger's not in the car. He's shopping right now. You guys are just talking out what you're going to do next. And I would say it's not out of the realm of possibility for you. It's evening. It's getting into evening now. It's like dusk.
Yeah.
It is not out of the realm of possibility for you to break into a veterinary hospital at night and Neil knowing his way around.
Any veterinarian's office. Like
use whatever equipment they have to just get the bullet out. That's all you got to do.
I really just need like tools and like a clean place to work. Like that's
good news, guys. The Vetco Total Care Hospital is right up the street.
Okay, but are they open 24 hours?
Let me check. Their hours could change due to holiday.
What were their hours in 2015?
Yeah.
Let me ask.
Google their hours in 2015.
Let me ask Reddit.
Hold tight. I'll have an answer in 4 hours.
I'm sure somebody will answer me quick.
All right, let's cut into Target. Roger, you're walking around getting the things that were required. How do you look? Are you keeping a low profile? What are you wearing? Do you have a hat on? There are cameras in the store. Are you worried about being caught in Rhode Island?
No, I'm not worried about being caught in Rhode Island. I have a Hawaiian shirt on with a white wife beater tank top underneath. I have blonde hair sticking out of a white Adidas cap.
Okay.
And shades, and my sleeves are rolled up with a pack of cigarettes in one of the sleeves, and my biceps are uncomfortably large and bulging, so that every young mom that I walk by will like turn and look after I pass, and I give a nod.
Okay. And then we'll go back into the car. You can assume, looking on your phone, that this veterinary clinic that you have found is closed.
Yeah, I use Bobby's phone, and I say, I don't have a phone. Roger broke my phone.
That's weird.
Yeah, I'm starting to think maybe we have sort of a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
Starting to think the way you said
it. Bobby's like, yeah, sure, probably. Let's stay on task right now, though. What time does the veterinary hospital close?
It's closed now.
It's closed.
It closed 6 p.m. Closed regular business hours, and it's
all right
after 7.
Let's go there. Let's go there and get this dealt with. Should we wait for? We gotta wait for Roger though.
No, we need to go now. We need to do it. We have to catch this train.
All right.
No, I don't want to sign up for the Target card. Can I just get these pants, shoes, and Band-Aids, smoothies?
Are you sure, sir? You could get 10% off today. Your entire order.
No, I'm just visiting.
From where? Beep. Beep.
I don't know.
Portugal. Hawaii.
This young woman looks at you. Okay. Beep. You don't know where you're visiting from.
I don't know.
He really started to think about it, and he's like, I don't know.
As she's scanning things over, she's just like, have you heard from him? Beep.
I'm sorry, what's that?
The man in the mirror. Have you heard from him? Beep.
Talking about Michael Jackson.
She turns around. This young girl. Who? Starts typing on the cash register.
Wait, did you just say something to me?
Sorry? No, I asked you where you were from, and you said you didn't know. And that's going to be $98.64, sir. Cash or credit?
$98.64 for a pair of shoes, slacks, a polo, Band-Aids, and a smoothie. I think you're wearing
and a dress and a cardigan.
And a beautiful floral print dress.
Yes, sir. That's the total. And she starts shrinking back.
To get savings at this place.
You're so massive. She starts shrinking back.
My neck muscles. $98. You know what? I will sign up for that Target.
Very good, sir.
I love that she says this otherworldly thing. The price.
Said I get 5% off on today's purchase. Fake name, fake address.
She just slides this temporary card across the thing. Boop. And she's like, oh, well, look at that, sir. $83.33.
Look at that.
Just fill your name and phone number out there, and
can't wait to pay that bill in full when it arrives at the address of my home. Takes the bags and walks out.
Takes the bags.
Starbucks. Yeah, keeps going.
Can't wait to pay that bill, definitely. Roger comes walking out and gets to the car. But the car's gone? Or did you guys wait for Roger?
No.
We didn't wait for Roger.
Sitting there with 3 bags.
3 bags. You never communicated this to him.
I know. I was going to say, we got to tell him.
Can somebody call him?
Can we call? But I mean, aren't they monitoring our phones or no?
Oh, probably. Should we go back?
Yeah, let's go back.
We gotta go.
We made it. We made it.
Because they're haggling with the girl for so long. I think he died. Let's go.
Oh my god.
You okay?
Been there.
Let's just cut that. Leave it all in. I got this new goddamn thing on my rug.
Oh no.
I got a rug protector for my rolly chair, and the chair just shot backwards like it was shot out of a cannon. It went right to my ass.
Oh god. my God.
headphones ripped out. I knew you were all laughing at me. I couldn't hear you.
I thought you fell out of your chair laughing at the predicament we put ourselves in by leaving Roger.
You gotta watch the VOD. You're like,
oh my God.
It was like someone pulled the chair out from under me. I sat full on down into nothing.
Your leg flew up like a cartoon. Like you just put a banana peel.
Damn it. All right.
All right.
So what happened? You're calling. So Roger comes out. No
back.
car there.
We go back. We go back.
Yeah,
we made it out of the parking lot, and then we
They were like,
circled
shit, we gotta go
around.
back.
Okay. So you pull up. Roger gets in, and you guys head to this veterinary clinic. Does anybody have any skill to break into this place?
I have a locksmith. I have a locksmith of 20%.
And I would like to do a search or alertness, but my search is a little higher, just to like kind of scope it out and
All right.
see.
Roll alertness. Everybody roll alertness.
Wait, did you say locksmith? I don't even have that on my thing, locksmith.
It's under craft. I just picked it as a craft.
Oh, word. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
Because I
Right?
have stealth, I would have just thought it was that.
Oh, baby.
Alertness.
That's a 20. That's a 20 under 54
fuck yeah.
alertness.
Yeah, I got
20 under
26.
54 alertness. You and Roger both notice cameras that are
7
installed at the front of the veterinary clinic, watching the front doors. However, there is a side door that does not have a camera on it. It's like a utility door, just an aluminum door, no window, silver round knob. And if you can find a way to pick that, you could get in this back way without being seen, perhaps.
I got it. Locksmith.
Bobby,
Locksmith roll.
Take the
Let's
side.
go.
I gotta get under 20.
Oh,
Come on, baby.
Bobby.
No good.
No, I did not. 73.
Check locksmith.
Yeah.
Check your butt.
And
I got
Vicky
this.
says to Roger,
No, so you keep working it.
Oh, I just keep. Oh, okay.
Keep
All right,
working
rolling.
it. And eventually, it unlocks.
Okay.
And the door opens.
All right, we're in. Let's go.
Neil, do you know what you need? Do you know what you're looking for?
Yes, me know. And I turn the light on, and I start like going right for, all the, gauze and the scalpel, everything that I need. Like find an operating table, like make sure it's like clean, like clean it off, like pat on it so she sits down and like I get all go through all the drawers and everything, putting together my kit.
Should we have gotten some like whiskey so she could use as a painkiller?
I don't need whiskey. I'm okay.
Let me have painkiller. Let me have Novocaine.
I have
Oh,
whiskey.
give me that. Give me that.
Yes,
Dog feel pain too.
it's true.
So I inject around the wound.
Ow.
So it's like may feel slight prick. And he looks at Roger and laughs. And injects around a thing. And yeah, he'll get to work.
How long do you think this is going to take Neil to remove this thing?
For a genius, practiced surgeon of Neil's quality, I would think it would take like 12 to 14 minutes.
12 to 14 minutes. Okay. Give me a roll.
Magic.
46 under 70.
Ooh.
46 under 70. All right, so you pull this piece out, and the
Forceps,
this fragment of the bullet, and you look around. It looks like nothing else broke off of it. Looks pretty good. However, Vicky, you are in a lot of pain from the broken collarbone, and you probably want to sling that. And but yeah, we see Neil. You drop the tink into a little silver bowl, silver tray. Yeah. Tink. We see it fall on there, and you are, for the moment, Vicky, out of concern on infection for that. Neil can patch it back up.
Do I make any hit points back from him giving me medical care?
No, this isn't
work?
first aid, and in fact, it hurts quite a bit.
Okay.
So you might take more
checking.
damage. But this is for so in the future you don't start getting diseased and debilitated.
Cool. So once it's patched up, she's going to change into her other clothes, and she's going to tie, using like a shirt or something, just like tie a makeshift sling so she doesn't accidentally move her arm.
Okay. So you tie this makeshift sling, and yeah, you guys can get going.
And I clean all traces of like DNA or anything, like the blood. Like I wash everything thoroughly, and I hand the bullets to Vicky. This is your collection for it. I hand her the bullet. And
bloody bullet shell.
Yeah. And I wash it, and I wash the antiseptic, like everything.
Thank you, Neil.
Erase all traces. And I grab a bunch of dog tranquilizers.
Hell yeah! Grab that trazodone. Grab that ketamine. We're taking all that stuff.
All the good stuff.
Bobby.
Yes, I'm in. You haven't seen, but Bobby's already filled his pockets while you were doing it. He's like
loose pill. He doesn't even know what's in there. It's just mixed loose.
It's just like you hear clink, the bottle's clinking as he walks. Like, no, we're fine. Let's go.
Okay. And then your plan is to go to a train station?
Yeah, the Amtrak station, and get on the next train towards New York City.
And, all right, so I guess you got to figure out how you're paying for this. How are you going to pay for these Amtrak tickets, which are going to be $125
What do you mean
each?
you don't accept Target card? I just got this thing.
Sorry,
Run it
man.
again.
Sorry, man. We do not accept Target cards. Cash or credit.
We gotta sell
Visa,
something.
MasterCard, American Express, Discover. You got any of these, man?
We need cash. Neil, do you have any cash? Does he have Neil's rich, right?
We have lots of cash. We always have cash. And yeah, I pull out, I've got like $2,000.
Neil.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Me,
Just
doctor.
carrying that the entire time?
Me, doctor. And
So
just
true.
like I hand out, it's just like allowance time, and I just hand out like money for everybody, and he's laughing like as he's giving out cash. No spend on moon pies.
Thanks, Neil.
I don't know what that means.
Don't know what that means.
All right.
And he
Neil
whistles
pays
and moon
cash
pies.
for 4 train tickets to go to Grand Central Station,
But we're going to get off
Grand Central Terminal.
in the Bronx early from Grand Central and take the subway into Manhattan.
Okay. What is the conversation that's happening on the train? What is the plan for when you get to New York? If you get to New York.
Roger closes his eyes.
Bobby starts recounting, or just starts explaining why he knows where to go, why he believes he knows where to go, about the experience he had in that dream world where there was the war and Cumstone was there, and how the code that he intercepted led him to this address, to the address that we're going to, New York. I don't have all the details, but that's the gist of what he's going to explain to them, to everybody.
Okay. And to be clear, it was the information that you decoded was not literally an address in Manhattan, but the address in Manhattan was, when you broke that code, gave you a location in that war zone that you needed to go to.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misunderstood that. I thought it was like the location in the real world to go to.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was one and the same. However, what the army was concerned with was getting to that location in the war zone, not in Manhattan.
Oh, okay.
Vicky also brings up the repeated notion ever since we were like in the night floors when we all drank the Patsu and escaped and everything. We need to find JC Lintz in the Broad Albin. And like Abby told us that. She showed up, and like Vicky keeps seeing Abby in different ways, and we keep getting this message that we need to find JC Lintz in the Broad Albin. And Vicky says, if we find him, maybe we destroy him, we kill him, or we can end it, you know? Because we want to end it, right?
Right. Yes, we have to.
So maybe that's the way?
let's look at the invitation we got from that house when we got out of the ninth floors again. I feel like there was something. It was,
the Hotel Broad Albin one, the fine.
Yeah. Abby's note.
If you want to go to your VTT, there's it's still there. So we could put that up on screen as well.
So what's this? It says find JC Lentz, right? At the Hotel Broad Albin. Go now. Find the hotel, the labyrinth, the author, his bottle, the city, the lake, its shadow, the battle, then the party, the dance, the girl in blue, the one singing. Nothing is true except out is through. Love and kisses, Abby. Okay.
Yeah, like, it's not like we can just roll into New York and find this world. We need to find, like, another portal.
Yeah.
Go now, find the hotel, the labyrinth. So we destroyed that building where Abby lived, right?
Right.
Yeah, we blew it up.
Back in 1995, you set that building on fire. Yeah.
I wonder if there's still remnants of a portal there, or do we know?
There is something else that you can check. You would remember. Maybe the details would be a little bit sketchy, but I don't want to. This is what the hard thing about jumping forward 20 years. Like, how much would you actually remember in terms of details? But I'm just going to give you some details, which is when you were in the New York Public Library doing research, you found a picture of what looked to be, what's his face? Oh my God. Asa Darabandi standing out front of a hotel.
Yes.
With a stylized B on it. And it said on there that it was the Hotel Broad Albin and that it was at 24 West, or I'm sorry, I can't remember the address, but it was at West 24th Street and 5th Avenue, like at the, across from Madison Square Park.
And Vicky went there, though.
And Vicky went there. And it was not there.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
But maybe there is if there is a building there might be like a floor, like at night, like a night floor type situation.
We also feel, it seems like we're sort of semi-shifting between worlds just on our own.
Yeah, maybe our mere presence is the key.
Maybe that'll do it, yeah.
So that'll be at the first stop? 24th and 5th?
Yeah, I also... Vicky wants to get in contact with Christopher to check in about Sam.
What?
Not talking to you. So...
Who are you calling? You've broken phone.
Maybe when she gets into New York, she'll call Christopher from like a payphone or something and say that she wants to meet with him. And she's in New York and she needs to meet today.
I better check in with him. Make sure.
Okay. Your train ride moves along without incident. Does anybody sleep on the train?
Roger.
Vicky does.
This day started with Vicky waking up in Neil's hotel room, if you remember. Roger waking up in his Airbnb. So a lot happened today. Roger saw you guys coming out of the hotel in the morning and was like, we gotta go, because the news report had you guys on it. From there, we had the entire day of multiple grand theft autos, plus a breakout of a hospital right under the eyes of the police, one of which saw Roger's face, and Roger spoke to him, saying that Dr. Dallin was full of shit, man, and he left him alive. Does anybody sleep on the train?
Roger fell asleep the second he landed, sat
Vicky
down.
passes out.
Head on the window.
I feel like Bobby would stay awake just because he's been in that coma for so long. He's like afraid.
Bobby's in a little bit of a different situation.
Yeah, he's afraid to go back to sleep. He's like, I gotta stay back. I gotta stay here. I can't go to that place yet.
And I have a sleep disorder, so
right.
I think I might sort of drift in and out of sort of semi-sleep for the whole trip, just kind of nodding off and just immediately just waking up again.
Yeah, let's just cut to a dark tunnel underground. And there is the vague shape of bricks and rotted wooden shelving to the left and right, but it is in such darkness that it's really hard to see detail, but you get the sense of brick walls and old wooden shelves. You can't really see anything on the shelves. Whatever is in them is cloaked in shadows from the shelf above it. It's all kind of very, very shadowy. And we see, our camera turns around and we see Neil. And Neil, you are head shaved as you are now. You are, you look exhausted. You're blinking and you're holding this like old school lantern up. And you're just like walking through this tunnel. And then it comes to this T intersection. And we see you look both ways and you just see these shelves going in either direction in the darkness. Above you is this like crackling and breaking stone ceiling with like dust crumbling down from it and like the faint feeling of like cobwebs up in there. And you look and we see you turn to the right and continue to walk and turn to the left. And no matter where you walk, it keeps leading to nothing. It keeps going nowhere. You keep making turn after turn after turn. And then you see a crack in the floor with some exposed rock that you felt like you saw a minute ago. And you wonder if you're walking in a circle. And then you see a light up ahead that is like kind of like your lantern light. It's up ahead and coming from a hallway that seems to turn right up there. And I'll turn it over to you for a second here in character.
Yeah, I think I lift high my own lantern and I start making my way like around this corner, like towards the light.
You move up toward this light, and its lightness value doesn't seem to change. Like it stays the same. It doesn't seem like it's moving at all. And as you come up to this edge, you turn around toward the source of the light, and you see light emanating from some source you're unsure of, but back in the distance, maybe 40, 50 feet away, you see the hallway ends in a small wall, and there seems to be a single box inlaid into the wall in this same wooden shelving. And inside that box is a dusty, cobweb-covered bottle.
Oh. So, and I pull it out, and is there, I can't remember, like...
You're still a little ways away from it, so you can walk up to it.
Oh, okay. Then I
all right, so we see Neil just slowly walking up. It looks like a wine bottle. Just sitting in this little inset thing all made of wood within a brick wall. You walk up to it. The light bathes it. And we see a name written across the front of the label. And it just says, J.C. Linz.
Oh, okay.
And the train goes, and you and you come to one of your constant wake-ups, which have kept happening. Yeah. And as you keep sleeping, in and out, you keep seeing these endless hallways every time you try to sleep. And you can't, perhaps, get any rest. We're going to take a break. We're going to come right back. I think we're going to roll on your sleep disorder and see what happened there. But yeah, let's take a quick break. We'll come back in a minute. Stay with us. We are back on this Amtrak train between Providence and New York City. Neil is dozing and waking back up, dozing and waking back up. This sort of describes exactly how sleep disorders work in the book. However, we are supposed to give you a die roll for this. So it takes the form of a sanity check. So Neil, give me a sanity check and we'll see how this impacts you.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
39 over 28.
28. 39 over 28.
Don't you know I'm loco?
Oh my God.
Loco.
oh no.
All right. So failing that sanity check means basically what we showed you is exactly what happened. And Neil, you are quite terrified of these hallways. And what it does is just, it keeps waking you up with a chill that shoots through your entire body. Your body responds by kind of shaking and like a tremor. You're getting like a tremor. And even when you start to doze again, you see these same hallways. You see the same lanterns. You hear strange sounds in the distance, something falling, someone talking. And then it usually culminates in you seeing this bottle that says JC Lynch on it. And then you snap awake. You do not get any good sleep and you cannot recover any willpower points for 24 hours. And so we'll see what happens perhaps, if you get another chance to try to sleep.
Sorry, I was going to say, Bobby also has a sleep disorder. That's part of.
Oh yes,
one of the reasons why he's not going to be able to sleep because he's
okay. So let's say, we said you were awake enough that you're not even trying yet. But this is going to be a situation that comes up for everybody. So let's cut to it.
Yeah.
Let's cut to the train pulling into Harlem 125th Street. I mean, isn't this? It stops there, right? Doesn't
Metro
it?
North,
Late at nights doesn't Metro North does? I don't know if Amtrak does, but
I don't think Amtrak does.
I feel like they have before.
There's a stop there
on off-peak hours. Anyway,
it depends.
Let's say
actually, I think they might. I think they might.
Yeah, I think from Providence.
I think I've done it before.
I feel like I've gotten off there. Yeah.
Let's say the train does pull in and stop at 125th Street, Harlem, which would be the last stop before this train terminates at Grand Central Terminal. And are you guys getting off? Now, it is 11:50 p.m., so it is 10 minutes to midnight as you arrive in Harlem.
There's a McDonald's nearby.
Yeah.
24-hour, John.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody's looking twice on 125th Street at 11:50, so we'll be safe there.
Bars are open till 4.
Yeah.
So Roger suggests that. It's been a long day. Why don't we get a couple of pops and just make a plan? We have to make a plan. We barely talked on the train. Why don't we just...
Because we're saying, Roger, you got some sleep, and Vicky, you got some sleep on the train, right? So there was not a lot of talking that happened.
No,
I feel like $1 million. So
Bobby stole some of the cigarettes from Vicky and just chain smoked the whole.
What?
While she was asleep.
I thought I had like 6 cigarettes.
Sorry, sorry.
This is actually
This is my last one.
I know a place around here because I had a job for a while. Let's go to a bar.
Okay.
That sounds good. Let's go.
Is that all right, or do you have to call Christopher to ask him? If that's okay. Because we could find another payphone or something.
No, actually, I do need to call Christopher. Thank you for reminding me. I will meet you there.
All right.
What's the name of the bar?
Chub Hubs.
What was that?
What is it?
Chub Hubs.
Chub Hubs.
It's called Chub Hubs.
We're going to Chub Hubs in Harlem? Okay.
Chub Hubs.
121st Street.
Yeah, okay. I will meet
Chub
you there. I
Hubs.
need to call Christopher, and I can't call him from my phone because it is broken in half.
What a shame. You should be more careful of your things.
Bye. Bye.
What? Come on, guys.
Bye. I'm walking away.
Go.
Bye.
Let's go. Let's stop and get some cigarettes before we get to the bar.
Yeah.
Get me a pack. Get me a pack, Bobby.
I got you.
You guys don't take a Target card? to this bodega.
Angry Peg.
It's just trying to. This woman in a booth on the street.
Rip up. Get out of here.
You guys head off to a bar. We'll stick with Vicky. Vicky, you're at the Metro North station at 125th Street. You're looking around. You don't see a payphone in your immediate vicinity.
I go to a bodega nearby, and I just ask, hey, excuse me, can I borrow your phone? Can I borrow your phone? My phone's out of battery. Can I borrow your phone?
It's like behind this glass, like behind this like bulletproof glass. Like. What's that?
Can I borrow your phone? My cell phone is dead. Can I borrow your phone?
Phone is not for customers. And he's watching TV. Like he sits back on a stool and he's just watching TV.
That's straight up.
She taps on the glass with her nail. Hey!
Phone is not for customers.
Can you just do me a favor and can you just let me use it? I'll buy a fucking coffee or something.
You buy more than a coffee?
I'll buy a coffee and I'll buy this payday. Can I use your phone? I'm making one phone call.
Leans up. How do you like your coffee?
Black.
Reaches over, pours a coffee, brings it over. All right, come around the side.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I
Did you
appreciate
get shot?
No.
You got this sling up big advantage.
No.
But seriously, he's like, you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. That's why I gotta use your phone. I need to call my ex-husband.
All right. And he walks you around the side of the counter and will give you the phone.
I call Christopher 7613.
Why is it a song?
You know there's more than 4 numbers in a cell phone, right?
I whisper the rest.
Are you singing this to the guy behind the counter?
7613.
Are you
That's how
calling
she remembers-
Cholino and Barnes?
He's like, this chick is
She
insane.
That's how she remembers Christopher's number. She's always like 714-619.
Okay, it is midnight, just after midnight. Hello?
Hey, it's me. I'm sorry for waking you.
Hey, Vic. You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. No, I'm not okay.
What time is it?
It's late. I'm so sorry. I need to see you tomorrow.
It's midnight.
I know.
What's going on?
I need to see you tomorrow. I gotta talk to you about something.
Got a lot going on tomorrow.
Yeah, so do I, Christopher. Can you find time in your busy day, please?
Wait, here? You're in New York?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Where? What time?
Near Washington Square Park, maybe where we used to meet, if that's easy.
Yeah. What time?
Early. Can you do early?
Yeah.
Christopher, are you listening?
7?
Are you awake?
8? What time?
8.
Okay, 8 o'clock, Washington Square Park.
Oh, wait, Christopher, did you talk to Sam?
Yeah, I talked to Sam. He's fine. I tried to call the hotel, and they said that he wasn't there. They kept ringing. They didn't answer.
Wait,
I talked to Sam. He's fine. He's coming here, actually. So.
Wait, what? When is Sam coming? Why is Sam coming?
Why is Sam coming? To visit, I guess. I don't know. He's coming with a friend. He's coming. He's got a place to stay. He's coming up here. I think he'll be here tomorrow.
Well,
I called him. I said you were worried. He said, "Don't worry. I'm coming to New York. I'm staying at. He's squared away with some hotel there." And
what hotel, Christopher?
I don't know what hotel. I didn't ask him.
Why don't you ask him these things, Christopher? You have to.
Because he's a grown man.
He's 18, Christopher. He's a fucking kid.
Well, he's got a friend that has a hookup at this hotel or something. His parents own it or something. So I don't know.
All right. Well,
but he'll be in New York tomorrow, and he said he'd call. Maybe. I don't know.
If you figure it out, if you talk to him before you meet, can you please ask him? Can you tell him to contact? Oh fuck! I don't have a phone. Can you tell him to maybe meet us in the morning?
Sure. Yeah. I'll try.
Meet for breakfast. We could all meet for breakfast.
I'll try, yeah. Okay.
Okay, 8 a.m.
Yeah. 8 a.m. All right, bye. And he hangs up.
I wonder what hotel it is.
I know.
I'm gonna scream. She throws $5 to the bodega guy and leaves the coffee and the payday, and marches over to the bar.
Give me a sanity check. And we're gonna see if you actually do scream.
Also, please take the payday.
Yeah, don't.
You're right. I should have that. I should.
You need to pay that.
Not taking the payday is true insanity.
I need,
You got to roll.
I need the sugar. All right, let's see. My sanity's doing okay right now.
Man, I want a payday now.
I know, right?
Payday's so fucking good.
Not anymore. That's a 90 over 56.
Oh. Well, you have to tell me how this.
That's like you never fail these rolls.
No.
Yeah.
You always get them. That's like the worst roll you've had for
Yeah,
this.
56, you got the highest sanity points of any.
So you gotta. So you're gonna take 1 point of sanity damage,
Okay.
and you need to tell me how this manifests. I have a suggestion.
Are you? Do
You scream and leave
Yeah.
the payday, which is insane.
It's insane.
Which is insane.
Only an insane person would pay for a payday and then walk out without it.
And then,
It's not like it. It's not like it takes up a lot of space.
yeah.
It's not like it's heavy, and
No,
it's
you're right.
delicious.
I think she puts the phone, turns beep, puts it back in its holder. It's a cordless phone. It's 2015.
Yeah.
Places it back down, and just like turns slightly back towards the counter, and just
Everything
screams.
all right? Jesus Christ! What the hell is wrong with you, lady? He starts
And
looking
then-
around. There's like police just like on the street that are just like, standing there. Just like
She just
patrol.
in her slinged arm, and she just walks and puts the $4 down on the counter and like kind of nudges the coffee. It spills, like the hot coffee spills a little on her hand, and
Man,
she
is
just
something wrong with you? Do
walks
you want me to
out.
call somebody? Or... All right, you open up the door and there's 2 police officers standing there that are just patrol, that are just standing walking the streets at night. And so man and a woman. The man is the taller one. Just kind of bump into him and he's just like, "Is everything all right, ma'am? Sorry, we heard a scream. Was that you? Was
Yeah.
that you?" The woman next to him says.
Yes. What?
"Are you okay? Did something happen in there?"
No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay. Do you need anything? Or
No.
you look hurt.
No, I'm fine. I'm going to meet.
Do you live around here? Do you live near here? Do you want us to walk you to your apartment? Or
No.
Ask him where Chub Hubs is.
Yeah, can you? I'm going to Chub Hubs.
you've been drinking? You're going to Chub Hubs.
Chub Hubs.
I think you might have had enough already, man. Have you been drinking?
I haven't had a drink in 3 years.
Oh, okay. All right, well, just don't scream if you don't need to, all right? It just makes us nervous.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those cops
man.
think she's just going to Chub Hubs to find a dude to bang.
It's like,
What alcoholics
is-
going to...
Walking away.
yeah, crippled.
that is, the guy turns to his partner. He's like, that is a sex worker with a broken arm. That's what that was. And she's just staring at you walking down the street, and she's like, yep.
Yep.
I mumble. My boyfriend broke my phone.
This is amazing. Do you realize how you got into this point? You used to be a federal agent, and now you really appear like a crazy person on the streets.
Like,
Like
it's,
straight up, the game has worked. It set out to do a certain thing,
I also,
and
like-
it organically happened.
You have to imagine, like, she looks disheveled. She slept on a train. She's been like sweating and stuff all day. She has a dress that Roger found at a Target.
Target
Cannot
It's the wrong
imagine.
size.
Yeah,
It's
so
a cool-
Roger picked out at a
Yeah.
Target.
It's not a good looking outfit, and her arm is in a
It's like
makeshift
extra
sling.
tight with like a ridiculously deep V.
It's tasteful.
And it has her heels. She still has her heels that she normally wears, so she absolutely looks like a sex worker. And her makeshift sling is like an old shirt. She looks so fucked up.
Sex worker.
And she just walks to Chub Hubs.
All right, what's going on in the hub, the Chubs? What's going on in there?
Bobby goes straight to the bar. Beer and a shot, 3 times 3. Please, now.
Bartender turns, this woman turns, goes, walks, and you see that she's walking like a puppet. She's like, she goes down, she grabs a couple shot glasses. As you see the hands grab the glasses, you see at the wrist, the strings. And they're going up into the ceiling. She lifts these glasses onto the bar, grabs some liquor, pours it for you. Slides them down to you.
Bobby immediately takes 1 shot and a second shot. I need 2 more.
And then she does the process again. Give me a sanity roll. You continue to see these strings coming up from her wrists. You saw the same thing at a bar 20 years ago in New York City.
Oh my God. 30 over 24.
Jesus, man. 3 points of sanity damage.
Oh.
Fuck.
Because you are truly losing your grasp on reality here.
I think, oh no. Is that, no, I think I passed my breaking point right now. That takes me down to 21. My breaking point is 22.
Okay, so Bobby, this has to manifest right now. Now, you can deflect. We haven't been doing that a lot lately since you've been so detached from your bonds for a bit.
Yeah.
You can deflect if you want to, or Bobby can have a mental break right here, which means like at the bar, you kind of make a scene. And you can kind of determine how this manifests. So you just go up to the bar. Roger and Neil are assuming you're going to get them drinks.
Right.
And then what do they see Bobby do?
Okay. So she got him the 2 extra shots, and you
see her, like, her face turns, and it's just like a completely immobile mask, like of a mannequin, just like looks at you.
And Bobby just peels off 5, 10, 15, and just staring at this bartender's face, looking her up and down, and then looking up for the strings.
Yep. And you see these openings, these lines in the ceiling that are open where the strings go up into, and someone is up there working them back and forth along the bar.
And he reaches out over her head to try and swipe the strings. He's just like, how are you?
Crazy man.
So he gets up on the bar, he starts reaching over, you kind of like brush the top of her head, like the top of her hair, and she kind of like ducks down and is like, yo, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden this big dude comes over and just like wham, like hits you in your chest, like full bore. So you don't even see him coming. You're just up there like swinging like this over the bar. And this dude's just like, get off the fucking bar. And this big ripped bouncer dude just like came around the side of the bar and pushes you down. You guys now see Bobby get pushed by this guy off of a bar stool or near a bar stool and down to the ground. Bobby, you bump into a dude that was standing behind you, spill his drink. Yeah, what the fuck? And you hit the deck. As soon as you hit the deck, the woman no longer looks like a mannequin, and this dude is standing over you and is now walking around the bar towards you like...
Roger will intercede.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
My God.
This is great.
I can't wait to see this.
Bobby's just...
This guy comes around the bar.
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me. Starts to like push you away because he just thinks you're like in the wrong place or at the wrong time and didn't know you're connected with. Excuse me.
Hey.
Whoa! Get your hands off me.
My hands aren't on you yet.
And I'm gonna punch Roger so bad.
Listen, my friend here.
Oh, this is your friend.
Yes, and his lady just ran out on him.
All right. Well, he can't stay here. So get him up. Get him out of here.
You ever have a lady mess around behind your back?
I don't give a fuck, dude.
Or maybe a fella. I don't know what you're into.
Get him out of the bar. Both of you.
This isn't.
You gotta go.
This isn't the Chub Ups I know.
He tried to hit the bartender. He tried to climb over the bar. He can't stay.
He wasn't trying to
hit her. I don't care what's going on with him. He can't stay.
His money's no good here. His money's no good here.
Bobby pops up. He's the strings. She's got strings. She's got strings over her. She's got strings pulling her. She's pulling her. Somebody's pulling her.
His wife was pulling his strings all the past year. That's what he's talking about.
Pulling them. There's somebody pulling him up there.
Bartender's looking at the bouncer. She's shaking her head. He's cut off. He's cut off.
All right,
She's
all right. Fuck this place. Fucking Trump Hub sucks. They pour house vodka into their Grey Goose. I saw him do it. Fuck you.
You see the bartender. The bartender goes,
fuck you, man.
and he slaps your hand. Get your hand out of my face.
Get your hand out of my face.
Vicky opens the door to the bar.
We're leaving.
Vicky's here.
Vicky closes the door to the bar.
Neil, come on. Just see Roger toe-to-toe with a bouncer that is half Roger's size. And yeah, she opens the door, closes the door. Now we see Vicky on the street with her cigarette. You guys come walking out. Neil, I'm assuming you just walk out.
Neil was enjoying what he calls a Bachman's Boilermaker.
Yes.
Which is a bottle of Peroni and 5 milligrams of lorazepam. And so he's a little surprised at what's happening. Like, and so he just sort of gathers up his pills and follows Roger out of the bar.
Yeah, Bobby stumbles out behind, Roger's dragging Bobby in a fugue state.
So Bobby, you are still in this temporary insanity state. You have no grasp on what's really happening,
still staring at the bartender the strings are
Bobby, pull it together, man.
She fucking strings on her head.
You're ruining the night.
What's going on?
She's a fucking puppet. They're all puppets.
Nothing.
In there.
Chub Hub sucks. We're going someplace else.
Puppets in there.
Okay. It's pretty late, Roger. Maybe we should just go to bed or something.
All right, where are we going to bed?
We could go to my. We could all stay at my apartment. It's in Washington Heights.
No, we can't go there.
We close to there.
We are, but even if you're not the right face, they might have your address. It's just not a good place to go. We shouldn't let anyone know that we're here.
Okay, we could stay at a Marriott or something.
Whoa, big spender.
Is it expensive in 2015?
I was thinking maybe Days.
Marriott Times Square.
Days Inn.
Marriott Marquis.
Days Inn, a red roof? I don't know.
There's a Days Inn on 94th Street. Fuck.
We could probably stay at the Y on 93rd.
I slept on the train. I just wanted to drink. Bobby started yelling about puppets.
Bobby.
Fucking puppets in there. Did you see? You didn't see those fucking puppet strings? You didn't see those fucking strings? Strings. It was strings over her fucking head.
Neil, what do you think?
Me like puppets.
Great. He likes puppets.
Me want another Peroni.
We didn't think this far ahead. Did you ever see the movie The Warriors?
Yeah.
Feel like we're the Warriors. We got to get back to Coney Island. Except Coney Island is the Hotel Broad Alpin.
The hotel.
All right. Well, let's stay somewhere that's close to downtown then, because we're gonna have to go to Washington Square Park in the morning. So maybe we just
go to 24th and Broadway now.
Yeah, but it's the Eternal Light Flagstaff. It's not. There's no. I don't think it's a hotel. I don't.
Did you go there at night or during the day?
During the day, I think.
Yeah, you went during the day.
So it might be exactly what we're looking for.
Roger and Vicky look at each other. Okay, let's get on. Let's go.
Did you get a payday by any chance?
Yeah, I did. She opens up her purse. Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? I just bought one. I didn't eat it yet. I didn't eat it yet. I just bought it. I did. Maybe I dropped it?
It's just weird that you say that you bought one. Then do this whole rigmarole instead of sharing.
I did buy one, Roger. I didn't eat
Just
it yet.
say you
I didn't
don't
even
want to share your payday.
I didn't even get to I didn't eat it. Roger.
You know what? Forget it. He starts walking.
Where's he walking?
He's just walking south on Broadway. The train's above.
And your intention is to walk 12:30 a.m. from here.
100 blocks.
100 blocks.
Let's walk to 86th and Lex and talk
That's about
on the way.
5 miles.
Yeah, let's talk and walk. I mean, Vicky needs to walk. She needs to clear her head and talk to everybody and calm down a little bit. She's having a hard time.
Bobby's just chain smoking the whole time, mumbling to himself. These fucking puppets everywhere.
All right, Vicky, what do you need to say?
What a foursome.
I know, we're all so insane.
Such a mess. You're walking down the street. What do you say?
Vicky wants everybody to get on the same page. We need a game plan when we go in there.
Yes.
Because if we go in there, what if we end up back at the Dorchester house? What if we end up, God knows where? What if it's not the Broad Albin? What all this shit is connected, and we need to get in and get back out. And I have to talk to Christopher at 8 a.m. I have to meet with him.
Why?
Because I need to because something's wrong with Sam.
Who?
Murray.
Something's wrong with Murray?
I didn't know. You were talking about the Sam character the whole time. I had no idea.
Something's wrong with Murray?
What's wrong with Murray?
He's still acting weird after I called him, Roger, and now he's coming into New York, and Christopher said he's staying at a hotel. He said a friend or something, or his parents own a hotel. Christopher doesn't know. He doesn't fucking pay attention.
Because it's not his son.
Well, then you need to help me, Roger. To protect Murray.
All right, so we gotta go meet Christopher at 8 a.m. with or without Murray.
I don't know if Murray's coming. I don't know. Christopher didn't get in contact with him. It was late. But if we go now to this, whatever it is, Broad Albin maybe.
We might miss your rendezvous.
Yeah, we gotta make sure we get back out. If we go in.
How do we know Christopher hasn't been compromised?
I don't know.
Is he a puppet? Is he those puppet strings?
Is he a puppet?
No, Bobby. No, he's not a puppet. Stop egging him on. He's not a fucking puppet. Bobby, he's not a puppet. Bobby, why is his cigarette so long? Where'd you get that?
Greta Garbo?
Virginia Slims.
Virginia Slim 100s.
That's all they had.
That's all they had was Virginia Slims.
God, it's so long. It's a fucking rush.
I mean, it really does look like you're insane. It looks like you're in Who Framed Roger Rabbit right now.
I was thinking Who Framed Roger Rabbit too. That is crazy. There's something very Who Framed Roger Rabbit about that.
It's not bad. It's just drawn that way.
So we're walking to 86.
Roger rolled a joint.
Oh.
You lunatics are now walking through the Upper East Side. My gosh. Well, actually, yeah, I mean, it is tricky. You want to walk down the east side or do you want to walk down the west side?
I'd prefer to walk down the west side because it'll intersect with Broadway and we can just be faster.
If we walk down the east side,
I thought it was 24th and
we
5th.
could go through the park.
It's 24th and 5th or 24th and...
walk through the park at night? Oh my God, you've never lived in New York City.
You know how many guns I have on my person?
That's true.
I have a gun too, Vicky says. I was thinking we could also look at the building that we destroyed on East.
Yeah. Oh, let's roll by there and see
Yeah.
if there's a portal just hanging out.
Yeah.
East.
Maybe
The
something.
hell?
A little walk down memory lane. That might.
Yeah.
Maybe something will jog our memories.
Yeah, that might actually shake Neil and Bobby out of their stupor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
210 East 32nd Street.
Oh, that's far. Okay.
So 210 East 32nd Street, you're going to walk all the way down the east side.
Yep. It's only 12:30 in the morning. We got time. Bars are still open for 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
You guys are lunatics.
Yes, we
That's
are.
right. Absolutely.
Yeah, we're escape lunatics.
You truly are.
Borderline clinically insane.
Yeah. Puppet bars. More puppet bars.
Okay. So then, let's see. We'll say roughly 4 to 5 miles at roughly 20 minutes a mile. Take you about an hour and a half to 2 hours to make this walk. So it's 2, just after 2 in the morning, as you return for the first time to the location where you first, kind of met. I mean, pardon me. Oh, hey, sneeze. Where you first, where the mission all began at Abigail's apartment building. And you get down to 210 East 32nd Street some 20 years later. And you see that there is construction happening there. There's a building that's new, different, that's totally scaffolded and has this weatherproofing covering kind of all over it. And there's construction signs around it. There's no parking out in front of it, as there's like a big old crane parked out in front, and there's just sort of a big operation, big job that's going on there.
There she is.
You see random people just walking down the street, walking by you.
A lot of memories.
Neil's gonna walk up to the building and try to go inside.
Okay. As you get up to it, you notice that the lower levels are surrounded in chain link fence, and then there are large wooden boards in front of the chain link fence with stenciled on post no bills, and then there's like an advertisement for the construction company that's like working on it and stuff. And you can see through some, hastily made little windows cut in those wood things that there's a ground floor there, but it's like there's no windows yet, there's no door, and you can kind of see in, and it's all just like a construction zone basically. But you can't get in there without somehow climbing over this wall and the chain link. And if you walk along it a little bit, you'll see there's an entrance, a doorway that goes into it, and it's all locked up.
I'm gonna try to climb over the wall.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Careful, Neil. Careful, Neil.
Good luck.
It's just watching and smoking while he's watching.
What is it?
Athletics.
Is that? Oh, athletics.
The skill.
74 over 30.
So yeah, this is just a very
Check it, Neil.
very flat, very smooth wall.
Not a lot of handholds.
So yeah, it's hard to get purchase. And so we see Neil kind of like scrabbling at it.
So,
People walking by, like couple looks at you, coming back from a bar, young couple, just turn, look at you, turn away. What the hell's that guy doing? You keep
I
walking.
ignore them. I go to is it like padlocked the door?
Yeah.
So I try to like jimmy or just shake the padlock to see if it's like secure.
Yeah, you're shaking it. It's very secure. It just looks like a protected construction zone, as all the earmarks of a routine construction site.
All right, Neil, let's go. Let's just go to the other location.
Bobby, as he's doing this, kind of like pulling on this lock, and Vicky's coming up to him. Maybe you can barely hear her saying something. You see further to the east on 32nd Street, your eye catches something. It looks like a figure in the dark that was sort of like maybe peeking at you behind like a tree. and then just like ducked behind a tree as you looked up.
You see that? You see that? You see that?
Roger, give me an awareness roll.
No more puppets, Bobby.
You see him?
39 under a million.
Roger, you look where Bobby's pointing.
What? There.
And you see
behind the tree.
And you see what looks like the rounded shape of a head behind this tree. Kind of like starts to peek out a little bit. And you see as the head comes out from behind the tree, it's wearing a gas mask. Like an old school gas mask. And looks exactly like the whatever was on that motorcycle that drove up next to you and put a shotgun in your window. Was wearing the same exact old school brown face mask. It's gas mask, sorry. Gas mask. It kind of like leans out from behind the tree.
Roger, like, step
toward it,
past a car, and then just like goes into a sprint at the guy.
At the guy?
Yeah, as he's reaching for his gun.
You start running toward them, reaching for your gun, and this guy steps out from behind the tree, and then whipping up from beneath this trench coat that he's wearing is a shotgun. He raises it up and points it right at you. At the same time, across the street, you see two more guys, you don't even know what they are. These figures in gas masks come around, both wielding shotguns, and they pull up these shotguns and they're all pointed at you. What do?
I fucking dive behind a car.
Boom! A shotgun goes off and just off the side of the car, and they just start methodically walking towards you. All of you hear this explosion down the street. Boom! As these shotguns go off, you see three figures in the dark, half a block away. Bobby, you saw this whole thing. Neil, Vicky, obviously this snaps you out of the lock and the talking about the lock, and all three of them start walking towards you, and one just opens up this shotgun, a shell pops out, reaches into a pocket of this trench coat, puts another shell in, click. Roger's down behind the back of a car. What do, Roger?
I mean, fuck, so there's just glass shattering around.
Yeah, glass shatters. You don't take a single shot as you dove behind the car.
Right.
Now you're on the ground. They're moving toward you. I'll just go around the horn and ask everybody what they do real fast, as everybody has to act in the same instant. Troy, what do you do?
Roger, he's been in situations like this before. This is obviously not an ideal position for him to be, but he thinks quick. He looks down under the car and tries to fire at the dude's foot to blow his foot off.
Okay. What's Bobby gonna do?
Bobby just screams, "Gun, gun!" and he runs for the next car to cover himself.
Okay.
And just reaching to, I can't remember if he even has a gun. He didn't have anything coming out of the hospital.
I don't think any of you have guns anymore.
He's just screaming, "Gun!"
Yes,
gun!
Vicky does. Gun! Well, you guys hear this explosion go up. Bobby ducks for cover. What does Vicky do?
Vicky hears gun and hears that's a shotgun. She pulls out her gun, her pistol, and she crouches down and starts to crawl alongside the fence to, a trash can or one of those old mailboxes that aren't in use anymore on the sidewalk, just to get closer to check. Did Roger get shot? She doesn't know, so she crouches down.
She crouches down, and what does Neil do?
Neil, he's shaken from his reverie, and he also just dives behind a car, maybe the same one Bobby is behind, and just starts gobbling lorazepam like he's Miss Pac-Man.
All right, Roger, give me a firearms roll.
Okay.
Oh, God. It's fucking on.
Oh, boy. Where does my firearms... 59 under 80.
59 under 80. So you reach underneath this car and pull that trigger, bam, and it hits this guy in the foot, in the lower leg.
It's just like LA Confidential.
Yeah,
it's the same thing in LA Confidential.
For real. And you hear this scream through this muffled mask. boom, and this guy hits the deck, starts scrambling around on the ground, and we are going to have to actually roll full initiative next week and see where this goes, because it could be very, very, very deadly. However, Roger seems to have momentarily hurt one of them. We'll see where it goes from here. Wow. We're going to pick it up next week. Holy shit. Initiative! Real initiative!
Kidding me?
I'm worried now.
I've got no weapons.
I'm bringing no weapons up against shotguns.
Lord.